But the one who like hear me speak in English and I go ask me if me speak English, like that took the cake. Hey, good evening and welcome to Roll with Pat. Today's topic is unusual things I've been asked by Japanese people. So let's get into 4 things that I've been asked as a foreigner in Japan, but more specifically, a Jamaican in Japan. If you are a foreigner in Japan, you are going to get this question. Like, this is the question you are going to be asked the most. And that is, why did you come to Japan? Now, this question, it could be an innocent question, like genuine curiosity, but it could also be like, why are you here? You know, like that kind of undertone. I think most of the time it's curiosity, especially when it's someone coming from very far away. But I'm thinking foreigners are here for a number of reasons, mostly for work. You hardly find a foreigner here who is not here working or who didn't come here for work. So it seems to be like something that kind of goes without saying. So I imagine that a Japanese person will ask every foreigner they meet, why did you come to Japan? I'm wondering if it's a question that they learn, like one of those few English phrases that stick to them and they just have to ask. I mean, my reason for coming to Japan was I got a job in Japan, so I came to Japan. Simple. There's no other reason. I was offered a job here, I took the job, and here I am. If it wasn't for getting a job, I would not be in Japan. I mean, what other reason is there really to be in Japan? There have been people who have come here for vacation and then get a job to kind of pay for them to stay longer. So the only purpose of the job really is to finance them being here and being able to travel in between working and just making use of that visa, and then they leave. But I mean, that's not something that someone's going to do for years, maybe a year max. Yes, so that is like the most common question that a foreigner will be asked by a Japanese person. The next thing that I've personally been asked by Japanese persons, more than one Japanese person, and that is, where is my husband? Okay, this is how they arrive at that question. So through conversing, they find out that I have a child. So the assumption there is that I have a child, so I must have a husband. So that kind of gets me a bit eggy because so then I'm like, I don't have a husband. But they're like, you have a child. So I'm like, yes, and then I have to go on and explain that in my culture, we don't have to marry someone because we are pregnant for them. People have relationships and have children in a relationship. There is no need to marry if they don't both want to marry. A child is not a reason to marry. So it seems like it's a strange phenomenon. And as I said, I've been asked this by more than one person once they hear I have a child. It seems the Japanese way is they marry, then have a child. If somebody's pregnant, they marry. Like, we're not doing that. I'm not tying myself down to anyone just because I'm pregnant. So basically, I'm like, yeah, having a child with your boyfriend is not a strange thing in the Western world, you know? So it's just made to seem like, okay, weird. All right, the next thing that I've been asked is, oh my goodness. All right, so like even just the other day, where was I? Oh my gosh. I was doing some sort of business, right? So wherever I go, I try to like ask if they speak English, right? I ask. They ask if I speak Japanese. I'm like, no, I don't. So I'm speaking to them like this in my native language, and I'm being asked if I speak English. Make that make sense. So that ties in with another thing that I've been asked, and that is, what language do we speak in Jamaica? Now, I'm here teaching English, right? And I've been asked this question by co-workers, Japanese teachers, right? I am here teaching English, right? One of the requirements of getting an English teaching job is to be a native English speaker, right? If you're not a native English speaker, I think you have to do some kind of English test to prove your ability, right? Jamaica's native or national language is English, right? We're born speaking English. Forget dialect and all of that. English is our native language. I am here teaching English, and you're going to ask me, what language do we speak in Jamaica? I find it funny. But the one who like hear me speaking English and I go ask me if me speak English, like that took the cake. Oh my goodness. Yes, so that is the end of that point. All right, I'm going to tell you one more strange question that I've been asked by Japanese people. So this will be number 4. I've been asked, where in Africa is Jamaica? I mean, it's totally possible that many persons don't know where Jamaica is. It's just an assumption that it's in Africa. Like, Black people are all over the world, right? And if we want to be technical, we all came from Africa, yes. But Jamaica is not in Africa. So, I mean, why not ask, where is Jamaica? It's just the assumption that it's in Africa, you know, kind of have some connotations. I mean, the proper thing to ask is, where is Jamaica? Many of these questions are probably innocent or just because of ignorance. Like, I just feel like a lot of Japanese people just live in a bubble. Like, they don't really know about the outside world. So a lot of the times, these questions probably don't have much thought behind it or any malicious thought. But it still gives me pause for thought. Like, I have to think, why? Why would you ask that? But it's a teaching, there are teaching moments, I guess. As a foreigner in Japan, like, have you been asked any of these questions? Or what strange or unusual questions have you been asked by a Japanese person? I mean, if you're living elsewhere in the world that you're not from, have you been asked strange questions by the natives? Or what do you think about these questions that I've been asked? Leave your comments below. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, share, comment. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Cheerio.